I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about a recent project of mine, and so people can get an understanding of the trials and tribulations of making music for various media. This was a Thursday evening. I got a phone call from a client of mine, basically needing to get music for a commercial by the following Monday. And I didn't really have much on my plate, so I said, yeah, I can do that. I kind of pride myself on being able to turn things around very quickly. So I thought, with my skills of being able to write fast and write what I think is quality stuff fast, I figured, yeah, I can do that. So they sent me all the materials, and the brief I got, they gave me a couple bands to refer to, and then this description: calming song that flows well, modern, non-cheesy massage music. So not a whole lot to go on. There was no temp track with the footage either. Apparently it had been removed before it got to me. So I basically had very little to go on. My first attempt, I wanted to do a very fast turnaround. So my first track, I got started right away and came up with something relatively simple about 3 hours later. And this is what I came up with. I sent that off, and the note that I got said, basically, quote, a little more instrumentally complex is what they were looking for. So I was kind of on the right path, and I realized that the guitar riff was a little heavy-handed. It just wasn't quite right, and especially with comparison to the bands that they gave me. So I went back and over a couple hours rewrote things, changed a lot of stuff really, and this is what I sent over a few hours later. So, after that was done, I did some soul searching and realized that I kind of had written myself into a corner. Comparing that to the examples that I was given, I came to the conclusion that I'd made some bad choices. As I told my client, I wrote myself into the abyss of suck. So, I did an entire rewrite. This was Saturday. Shortly after I sent version 2 is when I said, I need to rewrite this entire thing. And my client sent over a link to a specific YouTube clip. And so what I did is I used that as a reference a lot. And I didn't copy the notes per se, but I copied the feel and the general vibe. On Saturday, 2 days later, I sent over a third version, and this is what I sent over. much happier with that. It fit more in with the feel of the examples that I was given. The note that I got for that was a little more chill tempo with more bass and electro feel. So, just so you know, all of these tracks, I didn't spend more than about 2.5 to 3 hours on each one. Again, I tend to make things very quickly. So, I took the seed of that third track, which I liked a lot more, and then made some changes, and this is what I came up with. That was on Saturday. Again, this all took place over the span of about 2 or 3 days worth of work. Then I basically heard nothing from the client, and then came to find out that I actually decided to go with a completely different track they provided. I dropped it in and sent it off to them. So ultimately, no finished product from me. So there's a little peek at what goes on in the making music in the media world.